Welcome back everyone, JR Breaks, and I got my hands on 2026 Series 1 hangers. It's finally out near me. I'm excited. I've seen breaks of this. Yes, as in every year, this is very highly produced. So I'm not super excited about the chances of me getting, super rare cards. Again, hoping hangers will still be bangers, but again, I'm excited to look and see what the new cards are, see the new inserts, hopefully get a numbered card or a hit maybe, yeah, let's go ahead and let's get cracking. So again, there are some details that are out about this, limited, but I'm just looking forward to it. Chase Burns in the back. That's the 90. Again, I've seen some pretty cool things here, but again, it doesn't really show. You have to actually pick it up and see it and handle it yourself, and that's what this is about. So, if I can't cut packaging here, eesh. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. There's a lot of good rookies that have potentials. There's a few of the breakers that I've been watching have kind of pointed out. There's a lot of rookie pitchers, which can be make or break. Again, that doesn't mean I say Paul Skeens. I'm saying was definitely has been a strong name since he's been here. But again, remember or not, there haven't been a lot of pitchers to hold their value through time. So again, that could be a possible challenge for the collectors. I don't collect to sell and make money back in situations. It'd be awesome to make money and pull good cards and do that kind of stuff. But again, this is more for my own personal fun, and just to add to collection to give to my children and our grandchildren when and if that time ever does come. But until that point in time, have fun with it while I can, right? So, okay, let's go ahead and get a drink. And so let's put it all focused there. Let's crack in. Again, like I said, this is probably going to be a little bit slower since this is my first look, personally, but yeah. Okay, looks like hangers are probably going to be the same as they were last time, where the Diamantes are going to be in the back there. So, how are we looking there? I like the look. A little bit of foil. Definitely looks nice there. I like it. I like that the backs are a little bit more white in every corner. Again, basically it looks like it's pretty much like on a jersey. I definitely like that look. And okay, I was wondering, there's a card turned around backwards there. But yeah, so Shea Langoliers for the first one. Ronnie Mauricio. Jack Caglione, so he's going to be the first of the bigger rookies. He slumped a little bit out of the gates, but he has some massive potential. So I'll definitely take that one and put him up there in the background. And move that over a little bit so he's in frame. New York Mets, It Takes Two. And there's a big dent in the middle there. That's not cool. Gabriel Moreno, Trevor Larnach. There's the Future Stars look. Okay, gripe, not complaining or anything, but I say, again, I like the stitching and everything, but to me, I know left to right usually is how it should be going, but to me, they put the wins the highest person on the left with the smallest picture, whereas it goes lower on down, they get a better picture. To me, it would make more sense to have the bigger picture on the right with the player that had the most, the leader, having the biggest picture, but again, small gripe. J. Ram, a nice photo there. Yuri Perez, Isaac Collins Cup, Diamondbacks, Grant Taylor rookie, Michael Bush doing a little PFP, Nick Gonzalez, Kennedy Corona, well, to say don't know much anything about that guy, Andrew Abbott, Landon Roop, Shinosuke Ogasawara, rookie, Mickey Moniak, reaching out and making a catch there, Victor Robles, Troy Johnson with a little walk-off bat hit. I really do like the, I'm not so big on the bill being, 50-50 like that, just split up in the middle, but I like the uniform the way it is there. Romy Gonzalez, Jonah Heim, just now recently acquired by the Braves. Interesting what they're doing there. Samuel Basayo, another big name here in the rookies. He's a catcher. Just a little line there. He's a catcher, very similar to the pitchers, not as big as far as on the collecting, but also has Adley Rutschman in front of him, so he could DH, he could play first base, but they have Mountcastle, so who knows? Time will tell. Marcelo Meyer, Future Stars, RBIs later. Again, in this situation, Raleigh flipped them with Pasquash, but yeah. Carlos Narvaez, nice image there. Matt Strom, say not on the Phillies anymore. Can't remember who he went to off the top of my head. Say Otto Kemp, Lenyn Sosa, Stephen Kolek, Lazaro Estrada rookie, Gavin Williams, Logan Gilbert, Alex Freeland rookie, Rafael Devers, Luke Keishel rookie cup, average leaders Judge, Bichette, and Wilson, former Ray Jeffrey Springs, Clay Holmes, Kumar Rocker, Future Stars. And again, I thought out loud to myself while watching some videos, what makes the difference between a rookie cup and a future star? If you have the answers, let me know. Kind of always thought about that. Say Bronx Buddies, Grant Holmes for my Bravos, Giancarlo Stanton, Yankel Fernandez, Miguel Vargas in the Chicago City Connect, Nick Pivetta, Juan Burgos. So let's do this. Alright, first stars in MLB. Just kind of showing you some of the glare to see what kind of does reflect, shine, what's matte. Again, it's a nice little, it's a change up. And it doesn't say stars to MLB, but again, you can tell it's stars. But not a bad name to get there at all, especially for the Braves PC. James Wood, again, not a bad name at all. And then this is going to be Titans of the Game. This is going to be another retail exclusive. These do look pretty nice there. Interesting how they break up the stars to MLB. But again, Bobby Witt. And then the 75th anniversary, this is going to be the 91. I do like this. I collected baseball cards in 91 when I was younger, and I definitely still have my chipper from back then, and I like it. So, alright, next up is going to be for the Phillies on the Diamante. Again, I don't think it's too distracting, but nice little, oh, and then we got Jackson Merrill on the Padres. Look at that catch. That's an awesome photo. But again, the Diamante is looking super sharp. Haven't changed anything about it, and it doesn't bother me at all. Keep it the way it is. And then, say, card of the back's nice. And then we have a all-tops team. Jazz Chisholm. And again, you can kind of tell it's metallic with a shiny finish, and then the lines are metallic as well. Definitely nice. The all-tops team has done pretty well. And then behind that, Nick Kurtz rookie cup card. So there's a nice one. I'll put him up on stage. So, looking pretty good there. I won't go as slow this time, but I'm not going to skip through them super quick like I had done in the past with Update, where I've gone through tons and tons and tons. And I'll still kind of take a look because we still got a lot of big rookies that are in there. I only have Jack. Say there's Chase Burns, say Roman Anthony. I think it's going to be the biggest that everyone's going to be looking out for. So, and again, why didn't James Woods get a future star or a rookie cup? Last year was his rookie. Does anyone know why? Who makes the rules when it comes to that? Who knows? But yeah. Blake Snell, Wilson Contreras, Kansas City Royals, Gunnar Henderson, Teoscar Hernandez, Michael McGreevy, Toronto Blue Jays. Nice little team celebration there. Nolan Shanuel getting pumped up. A little bat flip. Yohan Duran, Christian Campbell, Future Stars, RBI Leaders, Camilo Doval, Anthony Segler, Rookie, Sean Burke, Jack Leiter, Drew Gilbert, Rookie, Riley Green, Josh Smith, Bubba Chandler. There's another nice one. I'll put that up here. Ryan Nelson, Ryan Jeffers, Luis Angel Acuna, rookie. Oh, jeez, who was he traded to? Brain farts. Was it Pittsburgh? Again, don't get old and forgetful. Okay, let's say we have the NL win leaders. There you go. Some people don't like him as much because he kind of petered out a little bit, and he also is injured, but again, potential. Then New Age Athletics, nice one there. Lawrence Butler and Nick Kurtz. Brian Bayo after walking off. O'Neal Cruz, nice photo there. Bradley Rodriguez, interesting. Brendan Donovan, I'd say that's a looking like he's getting ready to dive into most likely third base from what the camera angle is, but that's definitely a first there. Houston Astros, maybe Cam Smith. Getting all amped up there, maybe. Bobby Witt, another Superman pose for Bobby. And then another awesome photo here, Mookie Betts. Jacob Young, another awesome catch. Look at that. Not even looking. The Athletics. And then Ronald Acuna Jr. I'm hoping he stays healthy for the Braves' sake. But nice little picture there. Most likely a home run. Hunter Brown. First Ray. Drew Rasmussen. Or was it nicknamed Rootin' Tootin' Rasmussen. He's always been a solid guy that just will eat innings, and not a big name dude, but he's there for you. Kind of like a lot of the Rays players, but Tristan English, rookie. Corbin Carroll, broken hamate, is going to be out for the first month or so, unfortunately. Max Muncy. Victor Scott II. Texas Rangers team card. We don't know who's coming down the baseline there. Garrett Crochet. And the Green Monster uniform. Bryce Terang. Luke Keyshaw Rookie Cup. Average leaders. Jeffrey Springs. Clay Holmes. And, okay, these are going to be the backwards cards. Let's do this. Okay. Never a bad name to get. Ellie De La Cruz. Juan Soto, Titans of the Game. Paul Skeens. And another Titans of the Game, Corbin Carroll. The hat kind of coming off his head as he's running. Back-to-back Corbin Carrolls. And the first Diamante, a Will Benson. Followed by a Casey Schmidt. And then, there we go. Not a bad name to get out here at all. Shohei Ohtani, all Topps team. Wickelman Gonzalez, and from a Braves, Spencer Schwellenbach, Future Stars, on the holo foil. Again, he also is out with an injury, unfortunately. So, yeah, but I'll take it. And the Clay Holmes base. Yeah, super fun stuff. I've been having a great time. Again, I've watched some breaks. Some of the jumbo boxes have been exactly what they have been and what they say. They're just one auto and one relic. Some of them have actually had extra hits, whether it's an extra auto or extra relic. So that's super cool for that too. Alright. Let's get a secondary stack here. Starting to get busy. Okay, let's say RBI leaders. Lawrence Butler. Brett Beatty. I'll go through these a little bit faster now. Dylan Cruz. Dodgers duo. That'd be a nice one in the blue. Dean Kramer. Say Zach Wheeler and Zish Schlittler. Yeah, there's another one of the guys we're looking for. Okay, so we'll put Schlittler center back. Andrew Benintendi. Yu Darvish. Carson Seymour. Matt McLean. Willie Adames. Mike Yastrzemski. Phillies team card. Jackson Merrill. Tommy Edman. Carlos Cortez rookie. Ben Lively. Luke Raley, former Ray. Jeremiah Johnson. Jordan Beck. Josh Young. Owen Casey rookie. I'll put him up here for now. Austin Riley from my Bravos. Zach Maxwell for the Reds. Bailey Ober. Marcelo Meyer. Still haven't got Roman Anthony, so fingers crossed. We got a few packs here. Say RBI leaders. Carlos Narvaez. Matt Strom. Otto Kemp. Lenyon Sosa. Stephen Kolek. Lazaro Estrada. Gavin Williams. Logan Gilbert. Alex Freeland. Garrett Crochet. Say Bryce Terang. Say Lee Keyshaw Cup. Average leaders in the American League. Jeffrey Springs. Clay Holmes. Kumar Rocker. Bronx Buddies. Grant Holmes. Giancarlo Stanton. Yanquiel Fernandez. Miguel Vargas. Try to do this. And Tariq Skubal. My Trout Stars. Ohtani Titans of the Game. I'll put him with his other buddy there. Samuel Basayo rookie. Ellie De La Cruz on 91. And the first Diamante. Cesar or Kaiser Preto, but I think it's going to be Cesar. Fernando Tatis on the Diamante. Be nice for him to have a nice comeback year. Jackie Robinson profiles. So that's the first profiles for me. I've definitely seen these. And cool crushers there. Without Jackie, there would be no me. He didn't change the game, he changed the world. So, cool there. Cool crushers on the holofoil, and Miguel Vargas on the base. Alright, so nothing huge. Again, nothing numbered, as I kind of expected. I didn't think I would get too many numbered cards. It'd be nice to get one or two here. I know I didn't get any relics, but time will tell here. Again, I did have streaks when I was opening the updates and didn't get anything, so one sample size. Okay, Brandon Garcia, Hunter Goodman, this is a different collation here, Bryce Miller, Luis Morales, rookie, Kyle Freeland, William Contreras, Nolan McLean, and go ahead and put him back here as well, Michael Harris, the second from a Bravos, Anthony Volpe, Cole Young, Mason Miller, Kutch, that's an unfortunate situation he's going through there. Well loved, but yeah. Chase Burns, there's another one. I will put that over here in the back. So the one we don't have is Roman Anthony. Besides that, I think we got most of the bigger names here. So Luis Angel Acuna, say the wins leaders in the NL, Joe Adell, Andrew Vaughn, Mike Yastrzemski, Phillies team card, Jackson Merrill, Tommy Edman, Carlos Cortez, Ben Lively, Luke Raley, Jeremiah Jackson, Patrick Bailey, Kyle Backus, JT Ginn, Ryan McMahon, The Miz, go ahead and stick him up there with himself, New Age Athletics, Brian Bale, O'Neal Cruz, Bradley Rodriguez, Brendan Donovan, Astros, Bobby Witt, Carson Weisenhunt rookie, Tyler Freeman, Adolis Garcia, Dylan Beavers rookie, Vladdy and the All Reds there, look at that, Brian Abreu, Addison Barger, Jonah Tong, and then yes, now we will have Paul Skeens is going to have to be Jonah Tong all the time, so let's do that. Paul Skeens, never a bad name to get. Jonathan India, Kyber Ruiz, Cam Devaney, and then these are going to be flipped around a little differently here, so let's do this. I got Juan Soto on the Stars, Acuna on the Titans, in the outfield, getting ready to make a nice little catch there. Acuna, back-to-back, James Wood, and Bryce Matthews, rookie, on the 91. First Diamante, Zach Maxwell. Second for the Angels, Jorge Soler. A greatest hits, Shohei Ohtani. Crushes a homer in 5 straight games. We'll put that with the other Ohtani. And Camilo Doval on the last Diamante. Or not Diamante. Ooh, we have a Aqua. The Aquas are pretty... In the past, they were pretty rare. Let's put it that way. They were like maybe 60 or 600, maybe. But Camilo Doval in the holofoil. And Milwaukee, Andrew Vaughn. So this is not a numbered card, but I would say it's pretty rare. Yeah, not numbered. I will sleeve that one though. Just because, like I said, in the past it's been rare. Okay. 2 more. A numbered card. By the way, I've seen the golds. The golds look very plain, if you ask me. I'm not complaining, saying that I don't want them, but... Alright. Wins leaders in the AL. J. Ram, Yuri Perez, Isaac Collins Cup card, Diamondbacks, Nolan Arenado, finally traded from the Cardinals. Say Carlos Estevez, doing the Kamehameha, Joey Loperfido, Luinder Avila, Bryce Harper, this is a different collation here, I'm liking it, Jeremy Pena, Jose Caballero, former right. There you go. The password, just Nixon Garcia, possibly. Let's do that. C.J. Abrams, Lovakov, Pearson Ole, PCA, another Superman, Zach McKinstry. There you go. Another Ray, Ryan Pepio, Nathan Church, rookie. Tomoyuki Shigano just got traded. Can't remember to and where. Nick Castellanos. Ryan Ritter, rookie. Shane Smith. Gavin Sheets. Chad Stevens. TJ Friedel. Dieter Fuentes, rookie for the Braves. Brady Singer. Logan Webb. Travis Adams. Kyle Manzardo. Now Ray Ben Williamson, Warning Bernabel, pretty decent rookie there. He has some potential. Tyler Stevenson, Patrick Bailey, Kyle Backus, JT Ginn, Ryan McMahon, Chandler Simpson, again running, no surprise there. Style and Smiles. So there's the first Roman Anthony and Marcelo Mayer there. Colton Cowser, say Jesus Luzardo, Bryce Matthews, rookie, Daniel Palencia, set that aside, say Xander Bogaerts, Joe Rock from my Rays, Jake Fraley on the Rays, Helio Ramos, Shohei Ohtani just as a DH, Javi Baez, and so we'll do this, and we'll do this. Okay, Chase Burns on the Stars at MLB, Francisco Lindor, PCA, Jose Ramirez, Dieter Fuentes on the 90 rookie. We've got another Aqua, look at that, awesome. Okay, Dieter Fuentes on the 90, Tommy Edman, and Carlos Cortez on the Diamante rookie. Say profiles. I say Ichiro. There's a little bit of a foil on the other profiles there. Nice. And then we have Paul Skeens on the Aqua. There you go. I'll take that. And Javi Baez on the base. Okay, last one. Wish me luck. Again, nothing huge yet. Maybe this pack, a little bit different of the cards in the back there. Maybe something huge is waiting. Most likely not, but again, can't hurt to be hopeful. Okay. We got Yuri Perez, Isaac Collins, Diamondbacks, Nolan Arenado, Carlos Estevez, and the Kamehameha, Joey Loperfido, Linder Avila, Bryce Harper, Jeremy Pena, Jose Caballero, Just Nixon Garcia, James Wood, Blake Snell, David Bednar, Ian Seymour, rookie from my Rays, Brandon Pfaadt, Cody Clemens, Dalton Rushing, Future Stars, Ceddanne Rafaela, Trevor McGill getting amped up there, Matt Shaw, say All-Star rookie. I guess they made it, maybe I answered my question previously. They got that if they were an All-Star as a rookie. Although James Wood should have one, because he was an All-Star as a rookie, so yeah. Anyway, say Byron Buxton, Otto Lopez, Devin Williams, Dodgers with Ohtani in the foreground there. Of course, that's probably going to be collectible. Peyton Tolley, another good rookie. So far, getting a lot of good rookies. Again, the one we're missing out on, say Roman Anthony, Clayton Kershaw, Jose Altuve, Sonny Gray, Boston, and then who's that coming in? I don't know number 3 well enough. Yoshida, Brandon Marsh, Dieter Fuentes, Brady Singer, Logan Webb, Travis Adams, Ben Williamson, Giancarlo Stanton, Yanquiel Fernandez, Miguel Vargas, Nick Pivetta, Juan Burgos, Ezequiel Tovar, Dominic Canzone, CJ Kifas, rookie, Brent Doyle, Evan Carter, Bob Seymour, rounding out my Rays here, and then probably the last one, Blaze Alexander. Okay, so what do we got here? Let's do this. And okay, it's either a parallel. No, it's a parallel. I was gonna say it's an auto or a parallel there, but okay. Chase Burns rookie on the 91. Roman Anthony. So I did get a Roman Anthony, and ask about him and you shall receive, right? So Roman Anthony and Roman Anthony. And then a Ellie De La Cruz. So nice. We'll just stick these back up there. Ellie on the Titans. Christian Yelich on the Last Stars. Gavin Sheets on the first Diamante. Chad Stevens on the second Diamante. The profiles of Randy Johnson. Seattle players and the 1990 pink parallel. Paul Skeens. I was like, that's an auto. Jesus. Okay. Alright. Well, again, this is not numbered to my knowledge. No. But it is a parallel pink. And again, these were numbered roughly in the 1,000 to 900 in the past. Now, granted, with Series 1 being a little bit more higher printed, this is probably not as rare, but still, it is a low numbered, and it is a Paul Skeens, so I'm not going to argue one bit. So, how do you think I did? I didn't get any numbered cards. I got 2 of the Aquas, which have been rare, minus the Roman Anthony coming at the end there with the 2 inserts. Again, of course, the Stars MLB is nowhere near the same. Different photos. I got most everyone here as far as the rookies. Like I said, just Roman Anthony is the one that's sticking out. So, again, I'm pretty sure I will get him in the future, opening up this, whether it's hobby, whether it's blasters. But again, no pink Diamantes. I don't know this year if the Diamantes are going to be far rarer. Time will tell. But yeah, anyway, thank y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe, hack and collect out there, and I will see you soon for more.